Okay, we've got race 21, the Paddy Power Dial a Bet Chase. It's a grade 1. Allied Newcastle is our favourite for the G Clutterbuck stable. Highest rated horse in the field. And Northumbrian Bell down the bottom, J Folis, 5-1. 7-1 Tyrannus. The mysterious Player 1. And they're away and they are racing. And letting them sort themselves out. They come to the first. And they're all over it safely, and Dynamite and Durasart up front. They're both sharing the lead duties at the moment. In behind them we've got Allied Newcastle right on as they come to the second. And then we've got Cairo, Dispol DeBowie, Cybrandian, Northumbrian Bell. Then Ebony Boone right on, Sistine Chapel right on, hit the last jump and dropped back through the field. Sistine Chapel, Halcon Jacob and Tyrannus is last. They come to the third. And the leader jumped it like a gazelle. Dynamite out by 2. To Durasart. Then we've got Cairo third, 2 horses in the yellow. Then Allied Newcastle underneath them from Cybrandian. Then we've got Dispol DeBowie, Northumbrian Bell. Then right on, Halcon Jacob, Sistine Chapel, Ebony Boom, Tyrannus is last. So take this long, slow bend. Dynamite out by 2.5. Durasart second. Lengthway third and 3 wide is Cybrandian. In between them is Cairo, and Allied Newcastle is on the rails. Then we've got a 2-length break to right on and Northumbrian Bell running together. And there's another one in there as well, Halcom Jacob. Then we've got Sistine Chapel, Ebony Boom and Tyrannus as they go over the fourth. No real change to the order, and Dynamite still leading. And they're just running comfortably at the moment, just bowling along. And Dynamite with the red, white sleeves, white cap, just cruising. Cybrandian second. Third on the rails is Durasart. Then back and forth is Cairo, who's got Halcom Jacob and Allied Newcastle either side of it. Then we've got Dispol DeBowie from Sistine Chapel. Right on, Northumbrian Bell, Ebony Boom and Tyrannus in the red with the white sash is last. Over the fifth. And no change, the horses aren't stringing out at all. They're fairly well packed. And at this stage you'd suggest that it's a fairly even field. And at the 15.5 furlong, they've got 3,100 metres to run. And Dynamite by 2 from Durasart. Then we've got Cairo in the yellow, black hoop, black epaulets. Then Allied Newcastle, Halcon Jacob, Cybrandian, Dispol DeBowie, Sistine Chapel. Right on is in there with Northumbrian Bell, Ebony Boom and Tyrannus. And a light drizzle here while they run and they go over the crossing. Dynamite still in front by 2 from Durasart. Cairo third. Halcom Jacob out wide is fourth. Back down on the rail is Allied Newcastle from right on. Sistine Chapel. Cybrandian, Northumbrian Bell. Then Dispol DeBowie, Ebony Boom and Tyrannus is last. If anything, this pack is starting to tighten up. They come to the 6th. And over they go, and they're putting on an exhibition of jumping. And Dynamite still in front, but just now, right on has moved up onto its outside. A bleed about 4-5 wide. Then we've got Halcom Jacob pushing between them with Sistine Chapel and Cairo. Durasart as they come to the next. And Tyrannus might have been pulled up. Let's just watch. And Right On is now the new leader. It has. Tyrannus is out of the race. Right On is the new leader by about a length and a half, but he's out in the middle of the track from Dynamite down on the rail. Then we've got How Come Jacob. Allied Newcastle moved a little closer. Brandian, Sistine Chapel as they take the next. Then we've got Cairo, Brandian. Durasad has dropped back. So has Cairo. Another one's been pulled up there. Then we've got Ebony Boom, Northumbrian Bell as they come to the next. Over they go. It probably is Dispole de Bowie. So run to the 6th furlong. And it's Allied Newcastle in front from Right On and How Come Jacob. Almost in a line of 3. Then behind him on the rail is Dynamite. Sistine Chapel on its outside. Then Cairo as they come to the 10th. Up and over they go. Then we've got Brandian, Durasart dropping out, and Northumbrian Bell is out the back. At the 4.5 furlong, and Allied Newcastle. Just stretching the lead now out to 2 from Ebony Boom, who's come from the rear of the field in the green and gold. Then we've got Sistine Chapel battling on with Brandian. And out the back, Durasat and Northumbrian Bell, forget about them. How Come Jacob is treading water as well as Dynamite. Those horses can't win. As they run down to the 2.5 furlong, and Allied Newcastle getting pumped along is out by 2.5 from Sistine Chapel. Ebony Boom is on its outside. Then we've got Brandian. Cairo looking for a way out. And then behind them is Right On. Forget the rest. At the 1.5, Allied Newcastle is running like a winner. Now Ebony Boom is starting to pick up the bit and making some ground as they come to the last. Up and over they go. Allied Newcastle jumped it okay, is still in front by a length. At the half, it's Allied Newcastle. Allied Newcastle a win. It's getting the upper hand again. And Allied Newcastle wins from Ebony Boom and Sistine Chapel.